Let's fucking do this. Let's fucking do this. Welcome back, okay? Part 2 of visuals. Now, the only reason I'm doing this video was because I was looking. Let me get my laptop here prepped. But the only reason I'm doing a part 2 of the visuals because, well, we did the foundation. You know, we did the rough draft. But when I was looking back at it and I started adding some more to it, so I was like, okay, I see what we can create here, right? Remember, this is all me learning, right? My extensive research. But I just want to say, welcome on in. Thanks for joining us on this journey that we have here. I don't know, let's not say day 2 of this journey or just part 2 of the visual journey. And yeah, appreciate you for stopping by, man. If you enjoy what you're watching, hit the subscribe button, hit a comment, well, share a comment, share the video, and do all those above. But back to what I was saying. So I was looking back at the information. Of course, I'm going to have the information on the screen here. Let me see if we can tweak it a little bit. I'm going to have some information on the screen here. But I created this OneNote, and I went more a little in depth with on the knowledge I've gathered. Like, remember, all this is knowledge that I've gathered. Okay? Any of this information can apply for anyone, and it also can coexist amongst each other. So it's not a strict concrete agenda to how you can do it. This can go with that, that can go with this. This is just what I've accumulated through my thought process. Let's hop on in here. So right here, can you see me? Can you see me? This is what I call the 4 horsemen. All right. And what the 4 horsemen is, it is basically what the 4 main things or the 4 main color schemes that I noticed for each category when it came to I drew a blank just now, but when it came to like day in the life, the study, the vlogging, these are what I've noticed the most. And I was like, all right. Of course, there's plenty of others. There's plenty other categories and color schemes, but these are the most that I've seen thus far. And we're going to break these down of what I got. Like, this video is just going to be me really going over the information I've gathered. And then from then on, we're going to move on. But this is maybe a short video. We don't know yet. But I don't want to make it longer than what it need to. So right here, we got the 4 horsemen with the color schemes, right? When it comes to, if you look at any vloggers, any day. Now remember, this is us trying to get in this space, not for the people that's already in this space. This is for us to get the fine foundation to get in this space. All right, let's continue. I just gotta add that in there because I don't want you to come to me and saying this is not how it should be, bro. Sis, I'm just figuring it out just as you did when you did it. All right. Let me cook. Nah, but I'm just serious though. But like, you know, these are just things that I've gathered through my own consensus. So just bear with me here. Consensus. I don't know if I use that word right, but whatever. All right. First, we got light and dark academia, and what that is, those that's in the universities doing studies, more of simpler studies, doing work. Yeah. I'll just say that studies, doing work, you know, the soft tone as well. They can also go with the soft tone category when it comes to vlogging and day in life. And a lot of those usually be these colors, right? I put, you know what I'm saying? I try to make it a little nice here, a little neat to give a good visual representation, what I mean when I say these things. And what I've noticed, they have a lot of browns, a lot of different shade of browns and burgundies, and a little bit of greens. I did notice a little bit of greens on there. But I do notice a lot of browns and burgundy. Let me zoom in. If you look up anybody that do like light and dark academia, vlogging and day in the lives, you'll see a lot of different shades of green, browns, and burgundy. And a lot of those are, how can I say it? They're mood provoking. They're thought provoking type of content, type of visuals, right? When you watch it, it's like you're stepping into a vintage, you know, like melancholy a bit. Like you're in a whole different space. Open wood fire, you know, you're sitting sipping on your wine and you're talking about, you know, just deep, moody, thoughtful type of content. And of course, it's art. that's involved as well. A lot of art is involved. These color schemes with the browns and the burgers and the green when it comes to light and dark academia. Like I said, that's for those that's in the university, they're just doing school in general, and they're bringing that atmospheric nostalgia and intellectual looks. Yeah, I'm glad I put these notes here so I can come back and refresh it, because I do have these brain farts and I'll be like, what the freak I'm talking about. But that was just for the light. I actually put light, they're both separate, but I put them together because I feel like they were hand in hand. But of course the light, I got the other shades, which are the more of a nude colors, the more of a brighter, I won't say bright, more of a pastel shade of nude colors, the pastel colors of brown. And of course you have a lot of light candles. People be having the candle, the vintage item. They have the kind of record players here, but they have like a lot of different vintage items. They're really vintage, really maybe a little 78, and they do a lot of older model type of scenery. So if you want to go with the light, you'll do like a more of a vintage look. When it's dark, it's more of an academic. So you do like a lot of universities. It's like scholastic, scholarly type of looks, man. Like I said, these are just things that I'm picking apart because I'm trying to see the base for each and every one of them. Like I figure out my sort of thing, but I like to see it all. But of course, there's plenty more. These are just the four main ones that I'm going to cover today. Like I said, we're just going over the information that I found. All right. So, of course, I got the vintage items, soft lights, comfortable environment, nostalgia, more of an intellectual. You got the books, you got the study, you got the coffee, you got your teas, you got your art. A lot of light and dark academia vibes when it comes to those day in the life, those vloggers. Then next, we got the natural and earthy. We got those type of look, those type of visual, which is the one that I was mentioning before. And of course, keep in mind, a lot of times when you see these content creators, they have those shades of in their videos. So if I probably have a shade of a brown, I want to play with it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I want editor, see the difference, turn it on and off right here, right? So you won't necessarily see them, but they're there. They're coming. But yeah, these are those that's what I've seen the most is those that do the natural and earthly type of colors. You have these more of a natural shades, which is the fall colors, right? The nature colors, the more I would say rustic brownish oranges, like fall. Keep fall in mind. The leaves, the trees, the grass, that sort of thing. Those are what I like to say is what they tailor towards is what I got here is like outdoorsy, wellness. Like a lot of my content that I'm starting on this path here, right? I'm starting on this path of understanding the different forms of daily life and the vloggers to get that aesthetically pleasing look. When I look back at my content, a lot of my content is done outside. Now, during this process, on video one or whatever, the beginning of the video, I figure out that my colors are brown. I'm more of a fall natural colors. And when I look back at my old videos, I've seen that a lot of my content is outside, outdoorsy, wellness, even as being mental or physical. A lot of my content is like a lot of self-development, may not be self-development coexist with wellness. So that's what I'm saying. So when I did all that and I'm looking at these things, I'm saying like, okay, before I even knew this, these are the things that I already was doing. So it was like, it just kind of strengthened the idea of what I'm getting from this information, right? Again, this is all things that I've found out. This ain't, just kind of just conjure up myself just by looking at and observing other people's content and my own. So this ain't no, this ain't nothing that you need to take seriously. Like, okay, if you have a way of doing things and it works for you, fine. Or if someone else is different, that's fine. Everything is tailored towards you. Again, all this can coexist among each other. You can go from earthly, natural colors to whatever colors we go to next, which will be the pastels or Sailor Moon colors. And I call it Sailor Moon. A lot of people may not know what Sailor Moon is, but it's an anime and it has a lot of bright colors. The pinks, the blues, the reds, the yellows. And I use that because pastel and Sailor Moon, I just said I just like the name Sailor Moon, so I gave it Sailor Moon. But pastel colors are those colors, but more of a softer tone. And a lot of the content creators that do have these colors when they come to their visuals, they are more of I won't say strict, but more lifestyle. Like you're into their life. You're watching them brush their teeth. You're watching them, their diary. Like you're watching their life unfold before your eyes. Like you're taking on a journey with them, and they have like a little bubbly personality. You usually, not saying it's this specific. It's just what I've seen thus far. Okay, stick with me here. All right. So right here, tailored towards the gentle content, lifestyle, cozy, little bubbly personality / attitudes, and all, if not majority, of their living items will be similar soft colors. So that means that they're like cameras or just items in their room, they'll also be pastel colors or the Sailor Moon colors, which are the blues, the light pinks, and yeah, I say a lot of pastels. Pastels go beyond all those colors, but pastel colors, it will be similar to their personality as well. And they usually keep those themes going throughout the video. They may even have like a shade over the video that we don't see because they've done it so much consistently. But if you get the side by side comparison, they probably would have that pastel shade of colors on their videos. And again, right here, I'm glad I put could apply to all. So any of these things can any of these personalities, any of these color schemes can work. They could clash, whatever. These are just me separating all the colors together to see and get a better understanding. The light and dark academia could be with the minimalistic type of content. Minimalistic could be with the Sailor Moon, with the pastel. It can all coexist. But if you take a little, if you just look at it a little bit, you will see those consistency color schemes throughout people's video. But at the end of the day, I have seen people that do the minimalistic sort of color schemes and then also have pastel in their videos, or just having more of a visual appealing type of content. But you will see that theme consistently throughout the rest of their videos. So lastly, of the 4 horsemen color schemes that I've noticed is the minimalistic color schemes, and those are that type of content where it's the minimal, right? They're showcasing living life at the minimum, doing or not at the minimum, but yeah, I don't know how to put it better in words. Maybe you do. It's better. Whomever feel like they need to explain a little better, but the minimalistic, living life at a minimal level, right? Clean aesthetics, decluttered environment, natural lights, minimal color grading, which is the dark blues, the grays, the whites, the blacks, those sort of color grading when it comes to their videos. Now, there it is. I am so glad I wrote down notes so it can help me, guide me throughout these processes that I've had here. But simplicity lifestyle, not really living at a minimal level, but living at a simplicity lifestyle, which is less is more, and it also gives a more professionalism look. And you usually see vintage books, coffee, teas, and candles in their videos, or mostly books, and a few tech. I see a lot of people dealing with tech. I'm gonna add tech here as well. A lot of people deal with tech when it comes to the minimalistic, their desk space, making it clean, tidy. They have a whole way better, not monitor management, but cable management. But and of course I have some additional information that I've jotted for myself later on down the line. But this is just me going over the notes that I've found with you as well to keep all us engaged in what's going on. But yeah, so far, 4 horsemen of the day in life and vlogging scene: light and dark academia, which are these sort of colors, the natural or earthy, which are these sort of colors, pastel Sailor Moon, which are these sort of colors, and minimalistic content, which is these sort of colors. And I think that's pretty much it that I really want to go over. And again, when it comes to natural earth, they're more of outdoorsy, eco-friendly, wellness, that being mental or physical. Light and dark academia usually be, a lot of vintage, a lot of thrifting, a lot of coffee, teas, candle lits, kind of a chill, cozy, warm type of vibe. And when it comes to bubbly, they also have the cozy type of vibes. You're mostly into their lifestyle instead of just kind of watching it. They're actually explaining themselves a whole lot better, and you actually can vividly see what's happening. And they usually have a colorful environment and a minimalistic, really professionalism, tech a little bit, engineering, people that actually does different type of work, which again, that what I just said can apply to the pastels when it comes to the Sailor Moon colors, the natural earthly colors. It can all apply to each other. These are just the separation of the 4 color schemes that I've noticed thus far. Now, granted, there may be others. There may be some retro. There may be some one that I have noticed, gothic color schemes, which is cool as well. But I don't see that often. I have to really take a deep dive and find the gothic color schemes and kind of, and like I said, I can do that. This is me learning at the same time. So all of this is information I'm learning, but I'm not going to go too much in depth with everything else. I'm going to stick to my natural earthy. The reason I go in depth with the others, because you may be learning through me or through this process as well. So it's like, all right, this is for me, the natural and earthly color schemes and type of content I may possibly do. But you may be minimalistic, so I can do some research on that, take a deep dive, breaking that down, so you don't have to. That's kind of the main gist of it. Do it so you don't have to. And in the process, I can learn, you can learn, and take that information, go about it on your own. And that's pretty much it. The four horsemen of the color schemes. And I think I like where we at right now. And then I think next, I don't know what I'm gonna take a deep dive in next. But of course, I'm breaking everything down so I can know a foolproof plan of what I can do and how I can tackle the type of thing that I want. Because I'm telling you, maybe I'm going to talk about, no, I think I'm going to wait, the different items. And we're going to do some research on different items that we can find that make my space or make the things that I do a lot more of aesthetics wise when it comes to it, like the filming and just holding the angles, the activities, or just because in my roomly items. Because when it comes to the pastel and the Sailor Moon colors, you see a lot of that. Like their spaces will be decked out with those similar color schemes, and it's nice. So we're gonna do some more research. But I just want to cover this information before moving on to the next, so we all can be on the same page. So I do appreciate you for staying in. I know I may be rambling a little quickly. I'm gonna slow it down next video. However, I do appreciate you for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video, because we are into this journey. We are into this journey. So thank you, and I see you in the next one. Peace.